Record. There we go.
Oh shit! I gotta do the thing.
I guess you do. If it's
The
if
thing.
it's so important to tradition.
Oh.
It's important to tradition. You're right. Abdul Sattar,
What's that about?
Maharashtra politician, an Indian politician.
Okay.
He was briefly a minister in 2014. Alrighty,
Briefly.
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 Alrighty. So last we left off, we had a what was it? Last we left off,
I was
There
able
was
to
a
talk the guy
crisis.
down.
yeah, there was a crisis where the energy source from the drill machine, the ancient drill machine, was stolen in the middle of the night, and Lydian wound up. Lydian used his communed and used his powers to track it down, and you guys and Dwight and Flora had to go and confront Palmer, who had kind of snapped under pressure under the pressure, and decided to try and take things into his own hands. He had built a weapon out of the thing, and was threatening the loan shark that was causing him so much trouble,
A certain rat.
who was O'Malley. His name was O'Malley. He was a rat
Never
man.
heard of him.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
And through some intense negotiations and talking him down, you managed to convince Palmer to leave with you and leave O'Malley behind, because O'Malley wanted to O'Malley burned the papers that had Palmer in debt to him, in hopes that he could score use of the device that Palmer had created. But you managed to talk him down from that, and you left with him in tow. Dwight was a little bamboozled, because that was not how he expected things to go with his cousin. But you wound up gaining him as an ally. And now it's the next day in Custer, or I think it's probably the same day actually. It wasn't.
We ended at night. As I
Okay,
recall.
you did end at night. Okay, so it's probably the next day. In Custer, as you need as you've unlocked, you've disassembled the doohickey. And you now have the light of Pathaton back in your possession, and
He
I
fucking
believe you had
vaporized a dude.
he vaporized the dude, and I believe you have plans to go talk to one of the ministers in charge of public funding.
That was indeed Lydian's plan.
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah. And that was months ago.
So it's the
now.
next day, though.
Yeah, it's the next day now. We'll say Palmer, after disassembling the doohickey, left to go back to home. We'll leave his wife none the wiser.
It is January 12th. Saturday.
Very cool. Alright, so, yeah. You wake in the home of Palmer.
Palmer.
Yep. And you have plans today.
Correct.
Ah, yes, we have plans.
Gotta go get funding.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Here, it's fine. I can start out. Cherry turns to Lydian. So, Lydian, what are we going to do today? There, see? Got the ball rolling for us.
Same thing we do every day.
God damn it.
I'm such a good role player.
I'm trying to remember Dwight's cousin's name.
Palmer.
Palmer.
Okay, yeah.
Palmer.
Why, Cherry? We start the rest of Palmer's life. debt free and ready to go. I
Isn't
hope his
he like
wife is. I hope his wife isn't around actually, because if she is, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
No, she's
no.
not.
Okay, yeah.
Isn't he like 30? Has his life already started years ago?
I
It's a
think
saying.
it's better if Lydian says that while his wife is around than if Cherry says that, I guess, at the very least. But um he has two children, Danny and Regina. Regina.
Regina.
Nico
I
side-eyes the
do
shit.
have my
Actually,
big list open, but man, my notes are a mess.
how old
Yeah.
are the children? Just a question.
They're like,
Fairly young?
yeah, fairly young, like 6 and 5 probably.
Nico holds on to their tools and side-eyes them. Nico
Mhm.
remembers. Kids
Wow.
can't be
The enemy.
Kids cannot be trusted.
They're younger than Cherry's kid. I remember that.
Oh, well, of course they're younger than Nico.
Wow.
Yeah,
It really is like just, a little family we've assembled here, like a little nuclear family.
Yeah, and Lydian is trying to
Literally.
push Nico into being a productive and valuable member of society in his own way.
I mean, we were literally nuclear for a while.
True.
That's true. We had to go to a doctor about that. Oh, am I still? I guess. Am I still sick?
Oh god.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
I had sick marked. Though I don't think that was from the radiation. I think that was from that incident in the sewers.
Mm. Yeah. That was a while ago, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not good turning up to business meetings looking just pallid,
Yeah.
like old Gil.
Okay, so I'm assuming you'll be off for the Office of Phelan then.
Yeah. Elf
Gotcha.
derogatory.
Yeah. So you're off. You're you're cutting through Custer Park. Are you bringing?
I'm bringing the gang along and,
The gang along?
presumably Palmer as well, if he's
Palmer?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
He's working at Tidal Transportation, but I can't remember fully the details of the deal we made. But wasn't it like, hey, I'll get you out of this, I'll get you a new shot.
Yeah, basically.
You answer to me though, or something. I can't remember fully.
That was basically it. Like you say, with me, like, oh, we'll build something together.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll get to go back into engineering like
Yeah.
like where he was happy. I'll
As
handle.
opposed to accounting.
Yeah.
So yeah, you cut through Custer Park on your way to the city admin district, where where you eventually come to the building that Phelan works at, and when you enter in, there's not that many people there. There's sort of you're in like the waiting room, and there's a clerk there who notices you come in. And perks up a bit.
Well, hi there. I'm here for Phelan. Is he in?
You're here to see Mr. Phelan.
If you're here for failing, you've come to the right place.
To see Mr. Phelan. That's interesting. I haven't seen you around before. You're not one of the normal business people.
Anything but normal.
Well, listen, if you're here to talk about the public funding, then he's heard a lot of the same. I'll tell you, he's heard a lot of the same things from everyone already.
Well, he hasn't heard what I've got.
All right, let me check. Well, he told me if anyone came along with something that might actually prove to be worth his time, and to send them right along. So, what do you have that's worth his time?
How about a little bit of Pathaton technology in our grasp?
Pathaton. the old the old engineering city.
The old engineering city.
But all
I have here 2 engineers who can work with it. Technology that's been running since before you and I was born.
but all that stuff was grabbed up by Emberwellians.
Not all of it.
I feel like this conversation is getting increasingly like folksy. Like the old engineering city said in the exact cadence of like
I
the
just
old
keep imagining
swimming
that with
hole.
every sentence, like, Lydian is leaning in closer on the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More and
like
more.
each time the camera cuts back to this guy, he looks somewhat more like old-timey gold prospector. I thought all that was grabbed up by the, like.
Oh then.
Now, the Emberwellians can't hog all of it.
Alrighty. How about you go see him? Let's go see him. Come follow me.
Well, we're doing it.
Yeah, he leads you upstairs, where he knocks on the door and goes in. Mr. Phelan, we've got some business people around here. They think they might have a solution for the transportation. They've got some Pathaton technology. All right. And after some talk, he goes and says, "All right, head on in. You've got his attention."
Why, hi there. My name's Lydian, and I've sold monorails to Tenzas, Marion, and Seneca.
Nico and,
Oh,
Nico and Sherry
please
kind
let
of
this be a monorail that we make here. Oh, that would
Yeah.
be so good.
Nico and Sherry kind of slides in with signs, like that he
Why you
points
brought
to.
Flora with the piano?
Yeah.
What about us?
Oh no, yeah,
brain-dead
Cherry
slobs?
literally just slides in.
I
You
swear,
will be given
Oscar's only choice.
You'll be given cushy jobs.
I always felt like, if this was like a show or something, Cherry or like this party would be a musical party.
Oh, it's time to start, even though I can't sing.
All right.
And I can't remember the entire rhythm
Just-
of monorail.
Just roleplay singing.
So yeah, Phelan sort of leans back in his chair and says, "So Pathaton stuff, huh?"
That we have.
All right.
And we've got it currently stowed away in a little workshop while my 2 premium engineers are working on it. Right now it's working, but I figure with some public funding and rights to some of the tracks around here, then we could be in business.
The city was looking for a better long-term investment in these sorts of things when we were pulling public funding from the track companies that were too busy competing with each other than building something that everyone could use.
Something that everyone can use. Now, I've been searching around the city. I've looked into bits and pieces. But actually, I asked this months ago, and it's gone for me again. It is basically cars, isn't it? Or is it?
Yeah,
like,
horseless carriages. They're like
horseless
carriages that move along, and they're sort of like trams as well. That have like sort of there's like a guided, like they sort of move along a path that's where they get intermittently recharged by power stations all across the
Okay,
city.
but each vehicle like privately owned, or is it like a tram? You get on, you pay a fare, and you go and you get off elsewhere.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And all the companies have different routes, and there's one company that offers more of a taxi service.
I see. Okay. Well, with Pathaton technology integrated, you can cut down on the power costs a lot, save a lot of money, higher profits.
And
I
it's
have
free
in
up the
my
routes.
I have in my employ someone with a lot of experience in the industry, and Lydian just kind of points to Nico, an Emberwellian super genius too good for the city.
Do
Hey,
good
and
for
good
Amber well.
City.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, well, obviously, too many regulations and silly things such.
The
keeping
man
me
has
down.
descended from the mountains to bring everyone else up to their level.
Scientist.
Now, I do need to know, where did you acquire this technology?
Well, we grabbed it from an old mining device, which, well, kind of took us out of the blue, and then we spent some time studying it and getting it under our control.
Right, because even the mind from Emberwell, even the brilliant minds of Emberwell, can hardly grasp exactly what makes these things tick.
Well, his is a mind like no other.
Give me a while with them, and I'll have them figured out in no time.
Nico, we're talking about the thing you've already figured out.
Exactly.
The problem is he's got
Oh.
too much on the mind. He's figured it out, now he's moved on to several other things.
I'll figure it out so fast I already did it.
He figured it out so fast he forgot that he figured it out.
Interesting. And are you representing any of the current companies?
No, sir. I'm a private investor, and I'm looking to start my own company.
You're looking to incorporate, huh? Alrighty.
I am. All the other private
Interesting.
companies, I imagine that competition's fierce between them. Well, how about between you and me and public funding, we integrate a little? Little mixture of public and private.
This would open up routing possibilities that would cut down on how they're abusing the power stations.
This is literally how the MTA formed in reverse.
What we do
I'm
is
interested.
what we do
Very
is
interested.
we make the public facing part of the company public, and we keep all the back end private. Funding goes through me and mine. Engineering goes through me and mine. Services provided to the public and a little bit of the money. We split that both ways.
So direct contract with the city then.
I figure that way you get better control, and hey, you wound up in this situation because everything's private.
A government company. Now that would answer a lot of different problems that we have. Tell you what, there's enough uproar from the public funding fiasco that there's going to be a town hall held on Monday. How about we set aside some time for you to propose this idea to the public, win them over as well?
That would be my pleasure.
Because bear in mind, you'll be competing with the interests of the others. But if you have our backing, then all you need is the people.
And Lydian's just thinking, man, I hope they don't recognize me as the shockbox guy right now, because that.
Oh,
Maybe
actually,
Shockbox
no.
is what they need.
No, actually, did Lydian ever put Nico's face on the Shockbot advertisement?
I don't think he did, no. I think there wasn't any faces on that. I think it was just Shockbox Incorporated or whatever we called the company.
I like to think that there's someone in this very room sitting and fiddling with a Shockbox.
I get the name you plan to incorporate under.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's pause here. God, that's tricky.
I can't be known as the guys who did a Shockbox. So
shock
shocking
line.
real.
No.
Shock line.
God, that's
Something
really...
Express.
The
Marion
Piccadilly.
Express.
No. The Lydian Express, damn.
Lydian Express.
Pure ego in motion.
O'Malley sees this. Just goes, we can't keep getting away with this. Unless.
What if you just called it the MTA?
What does this stand? What does that stand for then?
Metropolitan
Transit
Transit
Authority.
Authority.
Yeah, but like, would he call that, or would it just be the MPA? Or
What if you just called it the New York City subway?
What if I called it the Tube, even though there's nothing tube about it?
Nico, quick! You need to design a tube around the monorail.
I call it the London Underground.
What's a
I call
London?
it the TFL.
What's a London, good sir?
This town is London now.
And so Marion was known as London. God, O'Malley operates in London. Would you be okay with this?
I'd kill him. Well, how about we call it the Custer Transit Authority?
Hells yeah.
That'd be a good proposal. He writes that down, and can I get all your names again?
I'm Lydian Minther.
Interesting.
That's your last name?
What? Has this not come up before?
No!
Well, okay.
That's really your last name.
Okay, joking aside, has that come up before?
It probably hasn't. No.
Yeah, I don't think it has. I think he might have introduced
Yeah,
himself
no, I
as Lydian Minther
definitely
in the first
introduced
session.
Yeah.
He's probably introduced himself as that before.
I
So
that was news to me.
at this point, Phelan actually leans back as a Minther, huh? It's the last name I've seen before.
Lydian just kind of tries to play it off and just cocks his head. It's like there's many people with many last names in this world, sir.
True enough.
Why didn't you use a fake name like Lydian Anderson?
I mean, it could have gotten out by now, but I think they shouldn't be super public yet. But
I know,
hey,
but you got this guy through contacts within.
Oh, that's a point.
Yeah. So he kind of has a few dots that that have been floating around in his mind with people
Lydian
named
should,
Minther.
for safety, start using a pseudonym for his last name. I recommend Rodart Quail.
Lydian wrote. Hey, yeah. You know,
Hell
funny enough,
yeah.
despite everything, it genuinely has nothing to do with Lydia. It was just I looked up the names of old coins, and one of the oldest coins was called a Lydian.
I didn't actually know that. I like that.
So and the rest of it is just like minting coins, but I just threw, yeah.
Yeah. No, I got Minther. Yeah, that tracked for me.
And what is your name, little one? Oh, I'm Nico Tester.
Nico Tester. All right.
Scientist. That's important.
Scientist. Got it.
I have PhDs.
Yeah, he takes down Palmer's name, Dwight's name. And yeah, Cherry.
Yeah.
How do you give your name?
I was going to say, that's an interesting question. Cherry, sort of pauses. May I ask what this is for?
Oh, just to note down, just to note down who's involved in the foundation of all this.
Cherry will do.
Just Cherry, mononym?
I don't know. Our family last name was lost generations ago.
Ah, understood. Alrighty.
And this is Cogsworth. holding up Cogsworth.
Yeah. Interesting.
Genius
You're
often
writing it.
comes with some eccentricities.
Yes. Well,
I made him.
this building, he marks something on a map of the city admin district by at around 8 a.m. on Monday.
What day is it now? 8 a.m.
It's Saturday.
Okay, so we got a day to prepare.
Yep.
All right then.
I look forward to working with you, provided you have all that you claim to have.
All that and more. I
Very
look
well.
forward to handing a piece of your city back to you.
Yep. With that, you can head off and try to decide how you're going to win over the public.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is go and get a really nice suit tailored so I look really good on Monday.
Alrighty.
Don't you already have a nice suit? I mean,
No, I kind of just he's kind of
it's
just been
always
cut.
worth
He
getting
doesn't
more.
have like bad clothes, but I haven't got like super nice clothes.
Wow, Cherry's the best dressed out of the party so far.
Gonna
Nico
go.
has Nico has a nice scientist suit.
Oh, I always pictured fairly like, grease stained, like not like food grease, like oil stained.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, yeah, but like that's the nice one.
Okay.
Like Lydian, he's kind of he's got like dress pants and like nice kind of dress shoes, but he's really just kind of been going around in a giant like kind of winter coat blazer, you know. Above that, because
Yeah.
we're in the middle of winter, so.
You know, I could probably rig up a heating system in your suit.
Why would I?
You know,
That's an idea, actually. In the cold of winter,
Exactly.
a self-warming coat.
exactly. On the inside of your coat, I will just put these these metal rods that will heat up through heat distribution from this battery you carry.
Cherry whispers in Lydian's ear, try not to upset Nico. I appreciate the idea, but all I can imagine is you spontaneously combusting while walking down the street.
Well, I think he's just invented the human toaster.
This, much like the shock box, this becomes popular with an alternative market. Not as a challenge, but like cannibals are using it to, cook people before they die.
In fact, I could whip up a prototype like this evening.
No, that's quite alright. Focus your attention on the monorail plan. We need.
Right.
I turn to Nico and Palmer. Right, you two. We need that thing working real fast. That thing has to power an entire line around here. And this is only the start. Our coverage is going to get bigger and bigger the longer this goes.
Question. When you say monorail, are you just using it for marketing buzzwords, or do you want it to be just a monorail?
No, sorry. What am I talking about? The horseless carriages. The lines
yes.
around here.
Alright.
Okay,
I think
yes,
it
because
should
I
be
was,
a hanging monorail.
because I was otherwise gonna talk about the a monorail is really bad compared to a regular rail.
Well, we only have one stone, Palmer says.
Well, how much?
Well,
how much? You know the grid. How much coverage do you think we could get out of that stone? That thing has been powering, an underground miner for potentially thousands of years. You think we got it at the end of its life?
No, it definitely has a lot of juice left in the tank. Like I said, it was self-sustaining. If we installed it smartly, and we could even rejigger the lines later down the line, we could have our own routes.
That's perfect. Now, Palmer, I'm going to need you up there helping me with this because what you just said there, that's the way we're going to crowbar into the competition. I'll go up there
I
and I
was
just
gonna
say, hey,
suggest
here's
that.
this power line. We give us so much of the city. That's all well and good. They're going to come at us and say, well, the line's already got enough problems. Why do we need a new competitor disrupting services? You give me that. That's a weapon we can beat them back with and say, well, we got the better power source. You're actually holding us back.
Well,
You let
I
us up
was
the
gonna
lines to
suggest
rejigger
it.
them. We're going to make the whole city more efficient.
See, I can think of so many arguments why a hanging monorail makes sense. Because if you have one massive power source, you want to like power the cars like through the rails, not through the cars themselves, obviously. But you need, if all this power is running through it, you don't want it right on the street where people can get at it. So if the line is in the air and with a suspended it makes sense. It should have a suspended monorail.
Is Cherry
Cherry.
saying this, though? Because Cherry doesn't
No.
seem like she would know that.
No.
The only character who seems like they'd be able to propose that is Nico or
I know.
Palmer. Yeah.
I'm purely metagaming. I'm like suspended
Nick,
monorail,
no.
suspended
If you
monorail.
were next to Swede,
suspended
you would be
monorail.
nudging him like, hey.
Yes.
No, Nico just goes, well, I was gonna suggest a hanging monorail, but we had an accident in Emberwell with one of those.
A child fell from one of the rooftops onto the hanging rail and got electrocuted.
I'm going to point out, that's tragic and all, but I feel like if a child fell out of a window onto the non-hanging monorail on the ground, that would, if anything, be worse.
Oh no, it was only
Yeah.
the second story. He could have survived the drop.
Now,
I mean, but again, it would still be, powered, and also fall from a greater height.
Yeah, but
Well,
he
it
would have just
don't-
fallen, but the electricity sent him 3 stories high, so...
well, more than one child died because the car just kind of jumped off the rails.
There was actually one incredibly tall child who was like 20 feet tall, and the monorail like took his head off when it went by.
Also, it wasn't actually just a standard cab on the rail at the time, it was actually a coxiator heading to work.
It's like, how on old-timey trains they have like the cattle catcher thing?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
put one of those on there for some reason. It just, sliced clean through them.
Well, I need you two to figure out how we can get as much juice out of it as possible, make it as efficient as possible, so we can go in with that on Monday.
Absolutely, I'll do it. I'll fix it. You Palmer, you do what you do. You.
Yeah, I've got a good knowledge of the city's lines. You could figure out a better, efficient routing.
Cherry, you're helping me with a
Well, I
game.
could-
You're
I could
helping me
do
with a
that,
game
but-
plan. The arguments we come in with on Monday.
I could
Okay.
do that, but I'll let you do that. So you have something to do. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I have PhDs,
The hell is a PhD?
It's something you get for being very smart and good in Emberwell. You wouldn't know about it. You
Wow.
would. If you had one, you would have it in business degrees. And well,
Which
that's
fake,
not a real
so
science.
Yeah,
So
not
true.
Fake.
soft science, not true, not real.
Not even a soft science. It's just fake. Dumb. Hate it.
I feel like you killed a few people at your university.
Not intentionally.
You just brought the art graduates along to experiments.
They knew the safety procedures and they chose to ignore them.
I guess if you're taking an art degree in Emberwell, you really are just signing on for whatever happens to you. You're taking your life into your own hands. That's probably a STEM town through and through.
Oh, very much.
Felina would have a JD, I guess.
What's that?
Juris Doctor, so not PhD, but it's the equivalent level, a law degree, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Which, I mean, not that she went to school, but she would have had to, pass,
I don't...
Bar.
yeah.
Does Terrebonne have a university? Is there Terrebone U?
Yeah,
Yeah,
technically.
How terrible is it?
I imagine it's like, one of the like things with the wealthy, like with the elites behind the walls, though.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
like.
I'm
I'm just
just
saying
curious.
something like this would go so hard in Custer.
Alright, I've got a really dumb lore question, which you don't have to answer because
Uh-huh.
it's stupid, but what is the most prestigious university in Hemlock? Like, where are people sending their kids from overseas? Like, you're attending here.
You know what it is? The
Mhm.
Mirage School.
Oh shit.
Even though Thistlewick left that place last year.
That's why. It's
It got better without him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can believe that actually. It's like I wonder if he's bitter about like, oh fuck, I thought it would like stay the same, but they really got their shit together without me.
Fuck, what was the rival, the one they were made out of spite against?
Mandala.
Mandala, that's right.
Yeah.
Was that after, like, the Mandala effect?
It was actually named after like, like the thing of a circle, like the other word for a circle.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah.
A square.
That hanging monorail there, that's the one that the elephant fell off.
Anyway, I'm gonna.
There probably
I'll
would
back
be
in
an
a
accredited
moment. Go
university.
ahead. But anyway, yeah, Lydian says, right, we come up tomorrow. We work tonight. I get a nice suit, and like Lydian just
Alrighty.
kind of waddles off.
Nice.
Wow. How is getting a suit work? Is he, Jerry? Is he taking advantage of us?
How do you mean?
It seems he's going off to get a suit instead of doing any more work.
That's its own kind of work.
He's not doing anything though.
He is. He's strategizing. He's finding the best way to present himself. See, getting a well-tailored suit, it takes time. You can't just buy something off the shelf or it will look cheap. And presentation is
But
everything.
it works.
But oh wow, I kind of just got it by accident perfectly. But kind of, I'm thinking old-timey, railroad prospector type. So essentially, Lydian is trying to get this, but with like a stovetop.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, 1 second. One second.
Okay.
So what you're saying is
Maybe maybe it should be that. Yeah, just fat controller. Yeah,
With
fuck it.
pointy ears.
Man's gonna look like fat controller. What are those?
okay.
shoes?
No, wait. Oh my God, no! Like, just put elf ears on this, and there it is.
Oh my good gracious, Lydian!
Oh, I don't like the joke I'm about to make, but Lydian after having a vigor moment.
Oh no, that is a bad joke.
Oh, that's a very
On
bad
the-
joke.
Undo him, undo.
Take it back.
You're
Like,
not allowed.
honestly though, I'm kind of marveling at, like, the fat controller really is pretty close to how I picture Lydian.
I mean, it's closer now. Yeah, that's what he's getting, I guess.
Is he also getting a hat?
Lydian posting on like 4chan. How do I ask for this fit without showing him this picture?
Let's see. Well, I think forget a custom fit suit on this short notice. You should spend like 15 coin.
15. Yeah, okay, can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lydian kind of goes to a tailor and throws that down.
Wait, I have another one. Lydian listening to Nico explain that they irradiated a school full of children.
No, that moment is when Lydian learns what Nico has done in the basement of the casino.
Lydian just asking, well, Nico, was that was that school in the catchment area of rich families? Can we get away with it?
Well, I guess it was. You told
Lydian
me.
talking to the press after the shock box incident.
You told me to. You told me to aim high.
I didn't mean for the kids' heads.
I don't know. It was just a miscalculation.
I can't keep claiming it's gas explosions.
Nico, you can't do this. You can't keep doing this.
It'll be very
Nico.
good when we have what's her name?
Oh,
Uh,
Flora?
Well, your next character,
Oh, November.
Yeah. November. It's going to be very easy to get away with cover-ups.
Oh yeah. That's what she's for, baby. Black Ops.
Oh, I found it. This is Lydian when he finally just gets a vacation break for Nico.
Wow.
Lydian
It's
would have a
gonna
way
be-
better Hawaiian shirt than that.
The new party's gonna be, Lydian, Cherry, and their 2 autistic children.
Nice. Nico. I'd like you to roll intelligence, but first change to your character on the roll 20.
Oh, hey, I haven't done
So it
that.
says,
This is the
yeah.
longest it's gone unchecked in a while.
yeah,
I did it this time.
My character,
I
you
did
say.
it.
that's right.
He's a powerful
Yeah, not
rat.
O'Malley.
So roll in.
What? Yeah, roll in.
He thinks, he considers, he's plotting.
Hey. he's
All
smart.
right. Okay. Yeah. You're configuring sort of like a central power source out of the Pathaton, I'd say, the Pathaton light. And this
Yes.
is sort of determining how much coverage you can get out of it for how long.
Oh.
And yeah, you're very much acing it. Like you're gonna be able to power like the whole line plus some. So for when they add new lines.
Oh, we could even sell some.
And meanwhile, Palmer is going over the lines that currently exist and figuring out how they could be maneuvered and changed and how they could be added on to where good routes that could exist.
Hmm.
But
I
yeah,
read. Look, this we can cover through the whole city. My God, with a thing like this, you could power a whole city even. I imagine if you had more than one.
Imagine.
Imagine dragons.
We're not going to invent
That's
that.
actually every song Cherry plays. Just sounds like Imagine Dragons.
Are you trying to destroy your family's legacy?
That remains one of my favorite green text posts of all time.
yeah, we're nothing but rock, and more
Rock,
rock.
and more rock.
Du-du-du-du, du-du-du-du,
This ain't your granny's station.
radioactive.
Waking up.
This is one of mine.
Oh yeah.
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 Slap my nuts.
Oh, hey, it is Lydian too.
It is.
So yeah, Nico, you're sort of constructing the prototype of this.
My word, this data.
Meanwhile, Lydian, you get your suit,
I get that tailored.
you get that tailored, and I suppose that's just what we were working through for the whole day.
So I wonder how many times like this tailor is like, I think this should fit, and like he buttons up the shirt and it just instantly plinks off the buttons.
You got a competent tailor.
Yeah, come
No,
on.
I'm just
I
saying.
spent
I'm
15
just
quid
saying.
here.
I'm just saying, Lydian is a hard case.
Hmm.
But yeah, I do meet with Cherry at some point to go over strategy for like, hey, how do I
Yeah.
win? How do you think we win over a crowd around here?
I think a little showmanship, a little song and dance can go a long way. He starts playing the monorail theme on the piano.
Hey, there's only one pianist here.
That is not true.
That's not true.
Cherry played the piano before she
Yeah,
did.
she did. She did.
Also, we should keep away. What the fuck was his name? The guy Nico kept spraying.
Dwight?
Yeah, we keep Dwight away at all costs.
Yeah, how is Dwight holding up over the day? Like, is he?
He's
he
been in
doing?
contemplation.
Oh, okay.
More
That's-
quiet than
That's
usual.
scary. What is
How
he
did I
thinking?
fuck up? How did I fuck up to scamming my cousin?
Oh fuck!
He
Nice.
pushed a little bit too far, and now he feels bad. Maybe. Little showmanship, you say, Cherry? We're proposing a pretty big change here.
Let's see.
I do think, though, talking about, like, maybe that's it. Maybe a little song and dance. Like, could have Flora on the piano and, like, Cherry could, like, sing a rousing song to, like, get everyone in town all aboard the monorail idea.
Monorail.
That doesn't seem bad. We hit him with a little
Monorail.
razzmatazz.
Monorail.
We make it seem like some great big event. Like, hey, we're giving the
Yeah.
city back to you.
We, have, like, some lemonade, stuff like that out, some, like, streamers, some balloons, like, get some
Oh,
clowns.
streamers. Like I thought you meant like like streamers.
No.
Get Germa in here.
We let all the
What
other,
kind of-
like, we let all of the other people running their fucking horseless carriage companies go up first, and they're like, okay, where's this fucking Lydian guy? What's his bullshit? And then the piano starts playing a musical number, and that's when Lydian walks in. That's not gonna be encouraging.
Were you sent here by the devil? No, good sir, I am on the level.
The ring came off my pudding can.
Take my penknife, my good man.
I swear, it's Custer's only choice.
Throw up your hands and raise your voice.
Monorail.
What's it
Monorail.
called? I think, like, that essentially is the plan, though. Like,
We're gonna bamboozle them.
Except except we have something to sell that actually works.
Hopefully.
hopefully.
Yeah, did you hear it? Nico aced it.
He did ace it, but what if it works too well?
Yeah.
The shock box worked really well, and that killed teenagers.
What if we combine this technology?
We electrify the exterior of the horseless carriages.
It's like in Batman Arkham Knight, we don't want the horseless carriages to run over people. So if it simply, like, tasers people to fling them away from it even faster, that way it won't kill people.
Genius.
That's still one. It's like in Far Cry, where if you're falling towards the ground, simply grapple into the
Just
ground,
cause.
like just cause.
Just cause.
Yeah, sorry, just cause to just make yourself hit the ground even faster. How to stop it? That's how Batman. That's how they make the Batmobile non-lethal. Instead of just hitting people with your car, hit people with your electrified car.
Maybe it like restarts their heart at the same time they get smashed into. Just fucking pushed. But yeah, okay, that's our plan. We're gonna go in, we're gonna hit them with a big musical entrance to give them some razzmatazz and throw off the competition.
If I could have some budget, I could go and try and arrange for, like catering, lemonade, entertainment, balloons, make it an event.
Alright, Cherry, how much you thinking you need?
It's a town hall.
Yeah, we're gonna razzle up the town hall. Like, have people outside, encourage people to come out, get people excited, get people in a good mood.
Yeah, that makes
Get
sense.
the public
We're going to
support.
draw a bigger crowd to this meeting, and they're all going to see it.
That's right. Oh, good job.
All right.
I don't know how much money. Neo.
Let me think. Uh.
How much has Lydian got on him?
I'm not going to tell you.
I think first, Cherry, I think this is more about raising buzz, trying to get more people excited for the town hall, get more people interested in their local politics.
Yeah.
Is more what you're trying to do. You're trying to get people there.
Yeah. Like, make an event, maybe do some,
This sounds
posters.
like the-
Exciting announcement at the next town hall about the future.
So I would
Come see what
say-
everyone's talking about. That has to be the mystery. What is it? What could it be?
I'd say roll charisma.
Charisma. Bing, bang, boom.
Oh my lord. Very
That's a
interesting.
natty 10, baby.
All right. In that case,
Do I
Hmm.
have... Actually, one second. Would that be... Oh, yes, not. Never mind.
Well, that's the worst joke I've ever read.
Man, I had a thought.
Oh no. I'm going to die on that stage, I feel like.
Here we go. Look in the general. Actually, I could.
Just as the blast is coming closer and closer towards the window.
Let's go.
You see Lydian, and then that's when it hits, and Nico's just like, whoa, didn't have to finish that sentence. Another problem solved.
Let's go.
That's going to be Lydian's dying words, I feel like.
Cherry confused, looking around, what happened as everyone else is clutching their eyes as they've been blinded.
Meanwhile, she ends up being able to see again.
All right.
I wonder if that works IRL. We should try it.
Honestly, throw down 30 coin
30.
for the whole kit and caboodle of having some catering, more food available and
Lemon.
all that. Yeah.
I'm trying to picture this as old-timey New York as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Get some oysters. That's what people ate back then.
Oysters.
All right. So with this, you're effectively getting a better crowd to either woo or disappoint.
Wow.
Ooh.
Woo.
You know, question. For when Lydian does this, can I give Lydian a +1 because Nico basically, made it like basically has evidence that this can work.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta do the meet, and we gotta do the conversation first.
True. I'm just throwing it out right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you spend the following Sunday?
Wait, so is that
I think I'm
the
helping
when
with-
is the town hall meeting?
Monday at
Monday.
8 a.m.
Gotcha.
So I'm probably going around with Cherry, trying to help organize.
Yeah.
Get as much bluster
Yeah.
as possible.
Put posters around.
Yeah.
Get
There's a
people
big there's a
involved in
big
their
picture of
local
there's a big picture
politics.
of Lydian with like your new transit authority on the bottom.
Mhm.
Lydian's tells Cherry to put up these posters, and she's like, okay. And then Lydian goes and has to keep on taking down posters, flipping them the right side up, turning them around.
They're just like facing nothing. They're in back
Yeah.
alleys.
Wow, she wouldn't do that. She would just not know which side is the correct side.
Do you think it would be poor practice to put one of the posters on one of the other horseless carriages?
No, that's good, yeah. No, you could have special ones like bummed out by your ride, too wobbly, too inconsistent, too inconvenient, something better is it needs to be like that,
Are they taking you for a ride?
Oh, you're so right. Genius.
And it's like Lydian kind of scratching his chin, like,
What was the name of the guy we pitched this to?
Phelan.
Phelan.
Phalin.
So we gotta put up a poster with, like, they're failing you. Vote Lydian.
Wow.
We're
We're trying to win him over to our side.
No, I'm saying they are all failing you, not him failing.
Oh.
Wait. It's a very clunkily worded poster. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Getting the
Just
Alright.
creating a party atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
maybe just kind of talking to some people. Yeah, you know what? Lydia, not canvassing. That's not the word for it. Lydian is going around like just kind of talking to people, he's getting their concerns about the transport network.
Right. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say what you hear for the most part is, they people they just want easy transport around the city. That's what they want, and they're confused by the abundance of different competing interests. There's a lot of confusion around which ways to take, which routes to take. Everyone's saying they have the best routes, and there's also a lot of there's also a lot of there are parts of the city that are very underserved, and
Just
the one
Monday.
the company that offers the taxi service is basically kind of predatory pricing there.
Yeah.
They
Where-
got no proper competition.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I think Cherry also goes over some rehearsal choreography. Lydian doesn't have to sing, but want him in on the whole, going over showmanship and whatnot with him.
Mhm.
Back and forth with the audience, that sort of thing.
All right. Cool. And Nico, you spend the day just sort of tinkering with your project, I'm assuming?
Absolutely, yeah. So fixing
Yeah.
and like perfecting it to perfection.